Hi viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to see that one more topic about Group 3 syllabus. That is, this also be consist of Part A and Part B, which going to include the same type of group examinations. Group 2, that is the Part A, that is it's going to be written test, which is going to have a paper 1, that is general studies and general abilities, and paper 2 will be history, polity and society. About these will be consist of 3 parts: socio culture, history of Telangana, and formation of Telangana state, and number 2, that is overview of Indian constitution and politics. And from each of these 1 to 3 we're going to have 50 questions, and about all of them we're going to have 150 questions. That going to be total 150. And in this also, in the paper 1 we're going to have a similar way. That going to be 150 marks. And paper 3 will be economy and development, which going to have Indian economy issues and challenges, and economic development of Telangana. And next, issues of development change. This is going to be which going to have 3 types of sort of subtopics in economy and development, which going to have each of 50 questions, and each will be the total of paper 3 will be 150 marks. And this is going to be our third paper. And next, we're going to have a syllabus for this paper 1, that is general studies and general abilities, which is going to have current affairs about regional and national and international, and international relations and events, and general science, India's achievements in science and technology. And moving on to the fourth one, that is environmental issues and disaster management and prevention and mitigation strategies. And number 5, that is world geography and Indian geography and geography of Telangana state, about that geography and history and cultural heritage of India. And moving on to the 7th, that is society, culture, heritage, arts and literature of Telangana, policies of Telangana state, and social exclusion and right issues and inclusive of policies. And number 10, that is logical reasoning, about analytical ability and data interpretation. And this for the group 3 we're going to have only the 8th class standard basic English, which is going to be used for this. And for the paper 2, that is history, polity and society, we're going to have a socio cultural history of Telangana and formation of Telangana. This is going to be include Shatavahanas issues and Vishugadins, Mudigon and Vemulavada Chalukyas, and their contribution to culture and social system, and about religious conditions such as Buddhism and Jainism in ancient Telangana, and growth of language and literature and art and architecture. And number, so that is this is going to be Kakatiya kingdom establishment and their contribution to social culture development, and the growth of Telugu language and in the Kakatiyas and architecture and fine arts, and Rachakonda and Devarkonda Vilamas, and the social and religious conditions of growth of Telugu language literature. This is going to be our in the part of history, and Aswajani dynasty, and social, cultural and political awakening of in Telangana, Arya Samaj, such as like that, and Adi Hindu movement, and Andhra Mahila Sabha, and the growth of women's movement is going to be included in this, and integration of Hyderabad state into Indian Union and formation of Andhra Pradesh, and this is going to be include that gentleman agreement, Mulki movement, that is from 1952 to 56, violation of our safeguards and regional imbalances. And moving on to the overview of Indian constitution policies, politics, that is evolution of Indian constitution from the nature and salient features of preamble, fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy and fundamental duties. And moving on to the third one, that is distinctive features of Indian federalism and distribution of legislative administrative powers of between union and states, and union and state government president, prime ministers, and council of ministers, governor, chief minister, and council of ministers, and power and functions. This is going to be very useful, and this should be known for everyone which who are going to be aspirant for the group 3. And number 5, that is rural and urban governments with a special reference to 73rd and 74th amendments. Electoral system, that is a free and a fair elections, malpractices election, and same as it is having for the group 2, we going to have for the group 3 also, but the syllabus is going to be somewhat less for this. And next one more thing, special provisions of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, backward classes, that is BC candidates, STs and SCs, and women and minorities. Welfare mechanism of enforcement, Indian constitutions of for new challenges which is going to have in the constitution. And number 3, that is a social structure, issues and public policies. Indian social structure about salient features about Indian society such as caste, family, marriage, and women, middle classes, socio-culture features of Telangana society, and social issues like inequality and exclusion. This inequality makes that in between of castes and religious, it is going to be very very criticizable, which going to be have for the caste feeling. This does not going to be included in the human nature, and this going to be inequality has to be erased from us. And social movements, peasants movement and tribal movements, backward class movements, and Dalit movements. And next, moving on to the Telangana specific social issues, Veti Jogini Devadasi system and child labor, and a child that is girl child and fluorosis and migration, farmers and viewers distresses. And social policies and welfare program about SCs, STs and OBC, about labor, disabled children welfare programs, about this all. And paper 3, which we going to have about the economy and development, from that is from Indian economy, growth and development, about that concept of growth and development, relationship between growth and development, and measures of economic growth, and that is national income and definition, concepts and method of measuring a national income, nominal and real income, and poverty and unemployment. And next, planning in Indian economy, that is objectives, priorities, strategies, and achievements of a 5 years plan. And next, moving on to the second one, that is economy and development of Telangana. That Telangana economy in a undivided Andhra Pradesh from that is 1956 to 2014. Deprivations, water, Bachawat, finances, Lalit, Bhargava, Unchu committees, and employment, Jai Bharati committee, Greenland committee, and under development. This land reforms in Telangana, obligations of intermediate Indaris and Jagirdari, and Imandaris, tenancy reforms, land ceiling, and land alienation in scheduled areas, which is going to be called as a kabzas earlier period. And now next agriculture and allied sectors, which going to be next one industry and service sectors, industrial development and structure and growth of industry sector, micro, small and medium enterprises, MSME, which going to go in the short form, industrial infrastructure and issues of development and change. And next development and religious inequality in India, social inequalities, caste, ethnicity and tribe and religion, migration and urbanization, development and displacement, land acquisition policy and resettlement of and rehabilitation, economic reforms and such as growth, poverty, inequality, social development such as education and health, social transformation such as social security, sustainable development such as concept measurement, sustainable development. Which we going to have group 3 services and thank you for this about this group syllabus and prepare well for this group 3 and thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.